I'll speak from experience. For me, appointing an expert is not just about producing evidence or giving some testimony. For me, appointing an expert is a larger legal strategy as to how you are going to conduct your case and how you are going to actually meet the case of the opponent. Particularly when the claims and counterclaims are significant and the stakes are very high, one has to be extremely careful in choosing the expert and presenting an expert, because an expert is always countered by another expert. So you always find two experts giving very strong opinions and the judge becoming the third expert. And the arbitrator will then superimpose his own views as to which expert is right. It becomes some kind of a mind game. So I feel that experts should be chosen where it is a matter where it cannot be quantified easily by the parties. It is something which requires a certain amount of analysis and empirical evaluation of a whole lot of factors. I remember in one case, the question was whether by the act of one shareholder to a joint venture, whether the other shareholders sustained loss because the company suffered. So a derivative action. The company suffered due to the action of one shareholder. The other shareholder says, I should be compensated because the company in which I invested, the company's net worth has gone down, etc., etc. Now, that is a kind of a situation where an expert can actually bring in a great deal of value. An expert should never be employed to validate your own findings. It is not a question of packaging your case and having it set through expert. It does two things. One is it harms the reputation of the expert. And I can tell you experts are not going to accept such a kind of a brief. Number two, an expert can never be convinced to say something which they don't believe in. Consequently, you should be convinced that this is the case where I think an expert will be willing to testify. And that is when I would really go for an expert and then present my case and let the expert challenge all my findings and get comfortable. And then the expert should be able to withstand severe cross-examination by the other party, because the counsel on the other side is going to simply badger this expert and make sure that the expert at some point in time confesses to something which is not consistent with their own findings in the report.